Kathryn Dunn Show. With us today, we have Mecca Patsy, Nick Stevens, Eric Prater, my mom, Bull is with us, and I'm Kathryn Dunn. Welcome, everybody. We either are or are not audible, and that is exciting. Yeah. So let's get this started. We know what we want to do, don't we?
Heck yeah.
Yeah, and we're gonna do it right now.
Spur Light ASMR.
Where you all get to guess what I'm drinking based on how it sounds.
This seat has no legroom. I'm gonna die.
Why do we always play this game? It's so stupid.
You know what? I don't like when football games are really boring and the other team is blowing the other team out of the water.
Why do people have to talk so loud?
I don't know.
Are we in Mykonos?
No, just
Don't we wish?
just guess. You're all yelling. Just guess what I'm drinking based on how it sounds.
You're drinking Uzo, of course.
I wish.
Tequila.
Matcha tea.
Tequila.
Sake.
It's matcha. Yay. Based
Matcha.
solely on how it sounds, my mother was able to guess that I was drinking matcha tea.
Spoiler, I hate matcha. And
What? Why?
It tastes like grass.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan. I've had it before. I'm not a big fan. But it's not bad.
You know,
Nick, the matcha you drank probably was the stuff from Russia, isn't it? What's the deal, Kat, with matcha? There's Japanese.
Only Japanese sourced matcha is matcha.
I do say.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because if you're
there's,
getting non-Japanese sauce matcha, you could basically drinking pesticides.
Yeah, there's like two different I think they're called grades of matcha, right? Like one for cooking and one for drinking. I think.
I've had the one for drinking. I've also had the one for cooking. I don't like them. I will not like them. You cannot make me drink matcha stem. I am.
Speaking of things Nick doesn't like, that brings us into our next segment. Are you aware? And do you care? With Nick Stevens.
Nick, are you aware that hip hop turned 50 years old on the 11th? And do you care?
Yeah, I turned 50 in 8 years. What's your point? People get old and they die.
What? All of hip hop.
Yeah, man. I mean, just imagine how many,
What's hip hop? Get off my lawn. And I'm going to shake my fist at that cloud right there.
With your loud music.
Oh, hey,
Yeah.
Nick.
With your
are
hippy
you,
hoppy and your flippy floppy and your TikTok and your.
Nick, are you aware that they were making a documentary about the singer Lizzo, but they stopped making the documentary because the person making the documentary found out that her whole career was based on lies?
really.
Oh, no, I have no idea.
Are you aware? And go on.
No, go ahead.
Are you aware and do you care that Lizzo is dealing with a scandal right now in which she is being accused of fat shaming and not respecting people's bodies or autonomy?
Is she fat shaming?
See, that's the question.
No. Do you know? Have you seen any videos of her fat shaming?
No, there's no proof that she is fat shamed, but the documentarian did stop working with her supposedly because she felt that she was like an entitled diva. I find this hard to believe, but what do you think?
She looks like she's an entitled diva.
What? No.
All right, so we're gonna take a quick break from Are You and Do You Care to hear Lucy's opinions on Lizzo. Go.
No. I was caring for you.
Aww.
She
No,
does
just-
look like no. Look, from what I've heard, she's kind of crazy, and there is about a 50-50 chance that this could be true.
Well, I hope it's not.
I do too, but
Are you aware and do you care that Olivia Newton-John is visiting her family as a blue orb?
I just saw that today, and I was like, "What the?
I never heard.
What the hell?" And I was like, "What the hell? Why?"
Are you?
Go ahead.
Sorry, didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
No, that was all I had.
Oh, okay. Are you aware that? Okay, are you aware that? I think it happened. I want to say a couple of weeks ago, maybe that during a Rihanna concert, a fan threw I think it was a drink at her, and while she was on stage, and she threw her mic at the fan,
Oh,
And
that was
That's Cardi B.
that was
Cardi
Cardi
B.
B.
and that particular mic is actually
sold for like
being
$3 million on eBay. Yeah, I heard that.
okay.
Isn't
And,
it
and do
Cardi
you
B,
care?
not Rihanna?
Yeah.
Yes.
What's that?
It's Cardi B,
Cardi
not
B.
Rihanna.
Oh, it's
It was-
Cardi B. Sorry, Cardi B.
You know what? I was
Yeah.
going with the bid. I was gonna call him on it.
No, we had already
Oh.
said it.
Yeah, I did. Sorry, I was not aware.
And do you care?
But you do care.
I didn't care.
Whatever. It's pop culture BS.
Cardi B, yes, because she has a little bit of a she's spunky, Cardi B. She's
Talk about divas.
so.
I love her.
I mean, he
But
wrote a
anyway,
song
so
about.
do you care that particular mic is being sold at auction?
Do you care that
And the
Post
charges
Malone
have
bought
been
a,
dropped.
do you
And
care
are you
that
aware?
Post Malone bought a Magic card for $2 million?
Wait, say it again.
Post Malone bought a Magic card for $2 million.
Oh. Yeah, and I think that's pretty cool, actually.
Well, yeah, I think it's cool too. I'm sad I didn't get to sell it to him, but
You're sad you don't have the $2 million.
No, yeah.
And
Well,
do
do
you
you care
care?
more about the 2 million, or meeting Post Malone?
actually, I hear Post he's a cool dude. I just
Yeah.
want to like hang out and grab a beer with him or a coffee.
I would
Speaking
too.
of, are you aware and do you care that Wayne Brady has revealed he's pansexual?
I was not aware. That's cool.
I was aware of that, actually. Yeah.
Hey, Nick,
Are
are
you-
you aware that the U.S. women's soccer team was eliminated from the World Cup way too early? And do you care?
Over a
Yes.
penalty.
Why were they
What?
eliminated?
Wasn't a penalty, it was overtime, right?
Yeah,
Uh,
they got eliminated in PKs. Yes, I am aware. I do care because I am as I've said before. I am a soccer
He-
fan.
He mentions that soccer is one of the few things he really cares about.
Yeah, and I'm glad that Lucy is aware of that.
Oh my God!
He's
that's
made
all.
that very
Vince,
clear.
Everyone take notes. Everyone take notes.
No, he's made that very clear.
So I have a 17-year-old niece who wants to be a professional soccer player. So we all get it. So we're all very involved in like women's soccer.
So I mean, okay, so I do remember you saying that you were a huge soccer fan, but so like I said before, I don't remember what the particular conversation was or whatever, but so you've never heard of Landon Donovan, right?
Is he a? Does he play for like an American football, like an American soccer?
Yeah, he was an American soccer player. Or are you just more of a fan of like European soccer?
I'm more of a fan of European soccer.
Okay, I got you. Yeah, because the reason I bring that up is because so he's my cousin, but that's not the only reason I bring him up. I just brought him up because like you said you're a huge soccer fan, so I thought, well, maybe since you're a huge soccer fan, that you would have heard of him.
That's
Didn't you say
also-
that he played? I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Lucy. Sorry.
No, I just thought you said that he played in minor league soccer or something. That he wasn't in a.
No, he played professional. He's retired now, but he did
Okay.
play professionally for I think LA Galaxy or so, I think that's what they're called. But it was Los Angeles team.
Very cool. That is cool.
Yeah.
I think it's really cool. Like,
But
as long as he's not a terrible human being, I'm sure I care about that. You know.
he's pretty cool. He's pretty cool. But I mean, I personally, I'm not really big into soccer. I just know about. I mean, I just know soccer through him. So really, I mean.
Hey,
So-
Nick, are you aware that Santa Claus isn't real? And do you care?
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
Whoa.
whoa,
Whoa.
Oh,
Hey man,
whoa.
getting too personal there, dude.
Hey, it's called investigative reporting. Okay,
Far.
investigative reporting.
All right. So
La.
no, I'm not aware. I do believe in Santa Claus. I believe that you should also. Yeah. So we may have ruined Christmas for millions of viewers on YouTube, or the 7 people that watch us on a weekly basis.
Thank
Hey,
you.
hey, Matt. Wait till he hears about the Easter Bunny.
Oh my
That's
God,
next
no. No, are you aware and do you hear the goddamn Johnny Hardwick from the Hill passed away?
Yeah, I did see that. No. I did see that. That was kind of depressing because I
Wow.
heard that they were going to do a reboot of King of the Hill on Netflix.
And I love that
Maybe
character.
this happens.
So, are you guys aware and do we care that there are thousands of people trying to escape Venezuela right now through the forests of that, the jungles of Darien in Panama, and are dying from starvation and dehydration?
Oh
No.
God, that's horrible.
That is
That's
I
horrible.
was not aware, and I do care.
I was not aware of that, but I very much do care. Yeah.
So, one of my mother's friends, her name is Priscilla Acevedo, is working on a GoFundMe, is working on setting up a GoFundMe that I will post to the Kathryn Dunn website because they're looking for money for water and supplies to help these miners from Venezuela get to where they need to go, where there's safety. Because I also don't know if you're aware of the terrible living conditions in Venezuela.
Yes,
No.
that is terrible. That was
I
bad.
was-
Really?
Yeah.
Bad.
Oh, I
People are
didn't.
So
starving.
Venezuela has become a communist country under
starving.
Maduro. Not under Maduro, but under
Chavez.
no, well, it was Chavez, and now Chavez is dead. So now Maduro,
Yeah, but
yeah, it's become a Chavista nation, which is basically
Argentina, you said?
Venezuela.
Oh,
Venezuela.
sorry, Venezuela. Okay.
So a lot of people
They're starving.
are trying to escape Venezuela, and they're
They're
literally
starving.
walking through a jungle
Wow. Yeah.
without
They're starving.
Yeah, starving to death and dehydration.
That was
And
very loud.
so
It's
Yeah.
Are
it's
we-
it's incredible that in this day and age, so many people in this globe are starving to death.
yes,
Yeah.
it really is.
And are they accepting things? Like you can get things through to them?
As far as I know, the person that's running it is a family friend of ours. I know that she's only been asking for money to get water and
Get people out.
food to the people. I will, as soon as I get the address for the GoFundMe, I'm gonna blast it on all my social media accounts. But I would really appreciate is you guys and our fans would look out for that and help them with whatever. Even even $20 goes a long way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you can't send anything to Venezuela, though.
No, you really can.
You cannot.
That's sad.
Not
is-
to Venezuela.
Not
into
to
whatever
Venezuela.
she's doing. What she's
Right.
doing is a different thing, but you can't send anything to Venezuela.
Right. So it's a shitty situation. It really is.
And it
That's
has been
sad.
for years, and it's not getting better.
Right.
And it's not like not like Maui. It didn't. And are you aware and do you care about what happened in Maui? It's not like that where
those
something
are
happened.
totally third world
Totally different things.
countries that
It
are
just
like-
is.
Yeah.
It just
So,
Maui was devastated by a fire. But
Yeah.
these are people starving for years,
All
and
the
it's only
time.
getting worse. And
So,
no, it's
if
been
you're
since
aware with the
Chavez.
history
It's
of
been for
Venezuela,
years,
Yeah.
but it's really bad. It's a bad situation.
if you are aware of the history of Venezuela, you'll realize that it was one of the most
Dictatorship.
prosperous countries of Colombia in South America for a long time, and then when Chavez took over, and took away all the stuff from
And we're talking about a country that's got oil.
Oh,
so
Oil. They're filthy rich.
yep.
Where?
God.
Filthy
Venezuela.
rich. Oil.
Venezuela.
Emeralds.
Venezuela's oil? They have oil?
They have a lot
They
of
have
oil.
tons of oil, and they have emeralds.
Oh.
Yep.
And so their
It's a
government
very
basically
wealthy-
is just hoarding that and not
No, we
Well,
get oil from Venezuela. We do get a percentage of oil from
But the
Venezuela.
people get
well, I mean,
squat.
I meant
Yeah.
the money. Sorry, is what I was saying.
It's a dictatorship, so
yeah, like I'm sure that they export it out, but they're not giving it back to the people. Is what?
Correct.
Yeah,
Yeah. Wow.
exactly. He's starving them,
Yep.
Sick.
literally starving them.
So people have actually decided to walk through a massive jungle to get out of the country.
Mm,
So,
wow.
God.
but
So yeah, definitely let us know about that.
yeah, as soon as the GoFundMe goes up, I
Yeah,
will.
yeah. Definitely.
What is water even like? I imagine water is an insane, like it's not even a normal price, or is it normal?
I don't know. I honestly
Yeah.
don't know.
They're not getting it.
I'm sure it's hard to get. I mean,
Yeah,
yeah, like
because it's pricey. So
yeah.
I know
Well,
for sure.
if Venezuela is treating its people like crap, maybe people should stop buying oil from Venezuela.
Well, yeah, I've been saying that for years, but it's difficult.
They were giving it away at some point.
Yeah, they were
Oh.
at some point. So I can't remember which. So there's a major U.S. chain which is owned by. There's a major U.S. gas station chain which is owned by the Venezuelan government, and I can't remember which one it is right now.
Chevron.
Shell.
It is.
Chevron.
Not Shell. It's not Shell.
Chevron makes sense.
Yeah.
are they in the OPEC system?
Yes, they are.
No,
No,
they are.
They are or are not?
I am not sure. Hold on, I'm gonna Google that right
No
now.
one knows. Everyone's guessing. It's definitely something worth looking up.
I didn't think it was OPEC because OPEC I thought was only the Arab countries.
Well, I'm just okay. So, Venezuelan oil resumed flowing to the U.S. in January of this year under a Treasury Department license granted to Chevron that allowed it to expand output there and export oil. Refiners including Valero and Phillips 66 have bought cargoes from Chevron, according to U.S. Customs and shipping data.
Wow.
So unfortunately, people are still doing business with these people with this government that craps on people.
Yeah.
Of course it is.
I
I
mean,
mean, there's a like speaking of
It
government
is.
crapping on
By the way,
people.
Venezuela is part of OPEC.
Yeah, I just Googled that also.
It's Iran, Iraq, Kuwait, Saudi, and Venezuela.
Well, do you know about the
Venezuela.
there was a woman who was at the Dakota Pipeline protesting, and she's now in jail for 2 years as of August 1st of 8-year sentence on a domestic terrorism charge.
I had no idea. But I do
Yeah.
remember when they
That's
were. I do remember whenever they were protesting up there about the pipe. Yeah, I remember when that was happening. But no, I didn't hear about the woman though.
that
Yeah,
should-
they lobbied to make protesting, environmental protesting, basically domestic terrorism. Meanwhile, all of January 6th happened and nobody's in trouble, really. I mean, a little bit, but not a lot. This woman is in jail for 8 years for trying to save the world, basically. And it's just kind of crazy. Are you aware and do you care?
that sucks. I am now aware, and I think that's bullshit.
Yeah.
Actually,
Um,
Since
also,
the January 6 people got nothing.
I remember when Russia invaded Ukraine, people seemed satisfied with the economic war being declared on Russia, like people not doing business with them, and so
Yeah.
they thought that Russia would suffocate. But here
Yeah.
we are
Without McDonald's. Yeah.
Yeah, but here we are, and the war is still going on. So clearly that doesn't
Yeah.
work.
But I think they don't have McDonald's still.
That's true.
I
That's
mean,
true.
how are they gonna live without their Big Macs?
No Big Macs for them.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Are you aware and do you care that assassination attempts have been thwarted on multiple?
Was this the thing
Continents?
about Biden in Utah?
That's one of them. Yeah.
Oh, I heard
You
about
also
that one.
know there's also Zelensky.
I did not know Zelensky had been.
No.
Yeah, a woman. A woman was captured who was going to attempt an assassination on Zelensky right before we all found out about the one here.
Nice.
Wow.
That concerns me. That seems a little bit choreographed, not coincidental.
Seems a little sus to me. But
Yeah,
yeah.
but
Yeah.
there's nothing coincidental about anything that Putin does.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. I mean,
We're saying the same thing. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because
yeah.
nobody's saying Putin is behind this. Nobody suggested that Putin's behind it. It's just
Oh,
lone
let me do that.
cuckoos. Yeah. We're all
I mean,
suggesting it. We are suggesting it.
I mean, remember that drone that hit exactly on top of the Capitol building in Russia? I mean, I I mean, I think that
And he
was
blamed it on
in
Ukraine. Yeah.
right. I
Yeah.
think
So
that was
you guys are saying the same thing. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And before we move on, are you aware and do you care about what happened in Montgomery, Alabama?
No, what happened in Montgomery, Alabama?
Does anybody know?
At the
I do.
war?
There was a fight at a dock.
Yeah.
It is the smallest understatement of what happened.
Yeah.
in
Well,
Montgomery.
basically, the to sum it up, yeah. So there was a pontoon boat, I think it was, that was docked, and a riverboat needed to come in to that exact spot to dock there, but and so I think it was the secure. No, it was the
Captain, co-captain.
co-captain of the riverboat asked the people that were, with the
Incorrectly
pontoon boat.
parked.
Yeah, he asked them to move, and they refused, and basically all hell broke loose after that.
Oh,
So
yeah.
basically, they attacked him. They may or
Yeah.
may not have said racial slurs to him. They are a group of Caucasians. He is a black man, or white people. He's a
It was
black
like,
man. They may have said racial slurs. He then throws up his hat,
yeah,
and that seemed to be like this has now become a magic symbol for like get
like
people
this is
to like
like
help you kind of a thing. Like call your boys to like get your
so
back kind
like
of a thing.
yeah, like a Batman.
May I
No,
ask?
no, that wasn't a
Who,
signal to call his boys. That was just
No,
like
no,
he's
no, no,
ready
no,
to
no.
fight. No,
I'm
stop.
saying that
It was from
that's
him.
now
Oh, is that what your people are saying now?
my people. No, that's what's it's now being said like it's the
I thought
memes.
it
It's
was a
not. It didn't.
security guard that
It's
got
like a
attacked.
That was what
symbolism.
we heard at first. Yes, exactly. It's
Yeah,
a
it was
symbol
a
now. The
security.
hat is a symbol now. He was
Yeah,
a co-captain. He was a co-captain.
but
Okay,
that's
but who was the
actually not.
who did the wait a minute? Okay, the boat that was docked illegally
Right.
that said I'm not moving.
Right.
Yes.
After
Okay.
40 to 45 minutes of them on the boat saying you need to move, they're on the boat. This is a riverboat parking spot. This is for the riverboat. That spot is for the riverboat. There are 40 minutes of the captain trying to get these people to move, 40 minutes of them shouting obscenities, lewd gestures, and not moving. 40 minutes. That's when the co-captain and somebody else, I don't know who, take a boat, a small boat, like a cigar boat, a cigarette boat, whatever, a little boat. I don't know what boat, but a little boat
Call the
to the
tender.
dock. Thank you. To tend to the situation where he then tries to move it. They're like, don't touch it, or whatever they say about him touching it. Then like one guy comes at him, another guy comes at him, and then I think another guy like kind of blindsided him from behind, like took him down.
Yeah,
Now
there's like
all of these people are on him, and it was like 5 people, and they're all like attacking him. And then I think some people did come to rescue him, and they kind of broke it up. But then when the riverboat docked, this is when everybody got off, and a lot of people who were very upset that this had just occurred because it's disgusting, started to, attack or, why not attack? There's a
they
word
got
for when,
involved in the
right,
situation. Yeah.
right. So
So it's
they
just
then
a free
attacked the
for all.
people, kind of, but like then a chair was involved, and a
Totally.
chair like
Yeah.
hit people.
Like
There's
what?
only
Okay.
one.
So how
You know,
how was any of this racial?
Because they may have shouted slurs to him, and it was a group of white people on a single black man, and then all the people who came to save him was black people who were just like, no. One, it was called the Harriet. Two, the inventor of the folding chair was also a black man. I think it's Nathaniel. I forget his name. I want to say Nathaniel Hawthorne, but I might be wrong. Nathaniel Alexander. Anyway, I should look it up. But
It's
the
okay.
inventor
Okay.
of the folding chair.
so what does that
All
have
right,
to
but
do with this?
what's that got to
Nothing, but
do
it
with?
is.
It's okay. So the people who were docked illegally, so they were
Right.
white.
Right. And they
Yeah.
might have said slurs. They may have said slurs, or not. They're not
Okay.
currently charging it as a hate crime. They're thinking, they thought about it and they said they're not going to do it, but they might later. Who knows? But as of right now, it's not being seen as a hate crime, but it could in the future, because again, they said slurs, and they attacked him. It was a group of white people attacking a single black man, and then a bunch of black people came to his rescue.
The white people, guys, whatever, on the boat that was docked illegally, weren't they somehow wrong?
They were 100%
Regardless of the
wrong.
fight. Regardless of the fight.
Right. They were wrong. They were wrong. They were completely wrong. From the moment they put their boat there, from the 40 minutes that they told everybody to go F themselves, they're not moving it. And then the moment they struck this man, and then
Based
instead
on
of,
what did they say? I'm not moving.
they're just so entitled, they're not moving.
No,
So
they-
it
there's your
wasn't
white
that.
privilege.
They were drunk guys, and they came and they approached the security guard, and they didn't like what he was doing, and they started pushing, and it wasn't because of any kind of entitlement. It just became
Because they were drunk.
Yeah, exactly.
So they were drunk and parked in the wrong place, and they took the place of a riverboat, but that was its dock.
And they didn't like the security guard trying to move their shit,
Oh, they're so screwed.
untied
They
their
are
rope.
so screwed.
They should
And
be so
Kathryn,
screwed.
you know that woman that you kept talking about that got knocked down, the lady in the red, and
Yes.
got hit with that chair. Well,
Yeah.
I don't know. See if you've seen the shot before that, how she got on the ground. Did you know how she got on the ground?
She was
Somebody
put-
pulled her
Another
there.
another woman pushed her down, just blasted her. It was a black woman. She pushed her down to the ground. Not pushed her, but like slammed her. And then this other guy came with the chair and slammed her again with the chair.
like right directly on
Black
top
guy.
of the head.
Now, a lot of people
Yeah.
are
What?
saying a lot of people are saying because she's female, she never should have been hit. And I don't necessarily agree with that, but I do agree that she shouldn't have been hit, because that particular woman is the only one in that stupid group that tried to pull her own idiots
Yeah,
off.
I was gonna say
Like, you
that.
need to
Yeah.
stop. You need to stop doing this. So I feel bad for her, because her biggest crime is the company she keeps. Like, she, at no point did I see her strike anybody. The only time I saw her, and
No.
again, I didn't see everything, but the only time I saw her do anything was when she was on the ground and kicking, but she was on the ground at this point. And at this point, like, she wasn't trying. I didn't get that she was trying to hurt anybody, and she did get hit in the head with a chair.
Yeah.
She's not being charged. The other person, whose name is Mary Todd, oddly enough, 21, is being charged.
The one that
Is
did
that
the
the
hit.
woman that pushed her down?
The one that actually, yeah, the other girl in like
Yeah.
a green or white
Okay,
dress
well,
or whatever.
White.
whoever does the hitting is the one that needs to get charged.
Exactly.
Correct. So there are 4 of those people that are the 3 idiot men, and then that 1 idiot woman, and then also the man with the chair is so far the only charges that have been.
It's because there were so many people involved. It's so hard to like see what was going on
Figure
and
it
who
out.
did
Yeah,
what.
because once that boat
This investigation is going to go on for a little bit.
once
I'm
that
sure.
boat docked, it was like everybody was like it was like a mash of people just coming together, so you couldn't really
Yeah, it was a free for all. It was total
Yeah.
free for all.
yeah.
But it also is important, because that used to be a place where people were, like, enslaved people were brought, and now this is a place where,
Yeah.
and it is becoming a symbol of like the Black community coming together for each other, having each other's back. Because there was a boy, a 16-year-old boy, who swam to the
Okay.
dock to save
Come on.
him. What?
Okay, I don't know nothing about. Okay, no. What I want to say something else. It's really much more basic for me than that. You're docked in my freaking spot. I don't care if you're drunk or not.
Right,
You don't belong
exactly.
there. Get the hell out. And anything you do past that, you are very wrong.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
but it is a bigger.
So-
It's bigger than that. But yes,
Yeah,
No,
but no. For me, it's that simple.
right. And on that basic level, they're very wrong and very screwed. And good riddance. And
Right, because they had no
whatever-
idea about what happened there.
They're drunk.
Yeah, they're drunk.
They're drunk. They don't even know where they are. Clearly, they're probably thinking, "Oh, if I move this boat, I'm going to get arrested just for driving it."
I don't think they thought that. I wouldn't give them that much credit.
Well, whatever. But they needed to not be there. So they're
Yeah.
they're so wrong just based on the fact that they wouldn't move, that they were there
Right.
to begin with, and that they
Yeah.
wouldn't move. It's
They were
like
just-
you're nuts.
Yeah, stupid dumplings.
That's like you're in a reserved space. You blocked it, and you're giving them lip because they want their spot. It's like, are you kidding me?
Basically. Yeah, that's exactly what happened. And then they
Yes.
actually assaulted him and ganged up on him. So
Yeah, I don't know how much of a hate crime it is, as much as it's a stupid crime.
I think it's both. I don't know that it'll be charged
No.
as a
It,
hate
it
crime.
might very
It's
well
a
be,
stupid crime,
but,
exactly.
but it might very well be. But where did this take place?
Alabama.
Alabama.
I would not charge it as a hate crime.
They
does
haven't yet.
does
Do you
a-
know
does a
why I
hate-
wouldn't
does-
charge it
does-
as a hate crime?
Why?
Because I would like to get a conviction.
You can still get a conviction if you charge it as a hate
Nope,
crime.
going to be harder. It depends on what your jury pool is going to be.
I
You
think
just
yeah,
tell me where
I,
it is.
I think the jury pool would be
That-
I have I don't know.
Black.
Don't
that's-
don't go there. You don't know that.
That's the hope.
You don't know that.
That's the hope.
I
You
mean,
don't know that.
if
Your jury
so-
pool. You are in Alabama. I would not do that.
Right.
I would, if I was
Yeah.
a prosecutor, I would go lightly.
Mm.
I wouldn't necessarily do the hate crime thing unless now injuries have transpired from that are very severe.
They have.
I mean,
Okay,
I
but if
don't-
they're very, very severe, then you go with the
You went
you
to
go
the
with the max
hospital.
for the injury. Hospital's one thing. Very severe is another thing.
I forget exactly what happened, but it wasn't good. It
Okay.
was not good. It was a lot of people ganging up on one man.
Okay,
yeah.
I get it. But what I'm saying to you is like if that man died, then you have a
Luckily, I
conspiracy,
don't
then
think
you have
he's going to.
okay, then you have
Well,
conspiracy, then you have
Yeah.
manslaughter, then you have other things that you charge on. But if you go for the hate crime, you might not get the conviction.
Yeah.
Well, my
And
hope is
it's
that
more
they-
important
Uh,
and it's more important that you get the conviction than you're right about what you convict about.
Well, hate crime is 10 extra years. They deserve it.
I understand
No, but
that,
I mean-
and they probably deserve
But
it.
what
but
she's
the point is
saying, they
not
have
that.
to
I'm
convict.
trying
I
to
get
say
I get it. I
that
get it.
that in this day and age, that might not be as easy as you think.
I get it.
Because
If there wasn't any situation regarding the parking of the boat, and that's actually what led to the fight.
Yeah.
So I would think that if for a hate crime to be pursued, the whole thing would have had to have started with, black people wanted to attack white people, or white people just wanting to attack black people. But it didn't
Right.
have
And
to
the
be like
security,
that.
yeah, the security guard just
Yeah.
happened to be black, and the
Right.
owners of
I
the
would-
boat just happened to be white.
So I think it was like that wasn't the reason. The reason was the parking issue, and that led to, and then there was the fight. But I don't think it was as simple. I think it's just I don't know if they'll be able to.
Anyway,
Yeah.
if I was a
yeah.
prosecutor, I wouldn't go for the hate crime.
Yeah.
If
I
witnesses
agree.
heard slurs, then I
Yes,
get what you're
gonna
saying.
You're going to hear slurs because they're drunk
I
and
mean-
stupid anyway.
And hearsay is really hard to
Hold
prove.
up. Do you think that anybody in this room, when they get drunk and stupid, with the slurs?
I don't know. I'm not drunk and that stupid.
I mean, I've been drunk and stupid, and I
Also,
don't think I.
Oh,
It's
Catherine, the
not
things
New
that come
York.
out of your mouth.
It's not
things
New
that
York.
come out of your
But not
mouth.
that. But not that.
It's
I would be
Alabama.
very
Yes.
careful with the stuff that comes out of your mouth.
I don't think I
Okay.
go
It's,
to that though.
I
It's
don't
Alabama.
know.
What?
It's not New York. It's
not New
Alabama.
York,
It's
Catherine,
not New York.
Alabama.
Exactly.
I would tread very lightly if I did the hate crime thing.
Well,
I don't think you'd get the conviction. I think it would be
I don't
difficult
know.
to get the conviction. Let me
Well,
rephrase that.
The
Generally
different parts
speaking.
of this country
Because to be able to
work
prove that,
differently. Right.
there's levels of proof that you have to do in court that are not so easy to do, especially when you're going for the hate crime thing. So go with what you got.
That makes
And-
Yeah.
sense.
I think that the whole thing started was because the people wouldn't move their boat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't a racial thing. I just
Right.
think that there are some
Exactly.
people
I
some
wanted
people were
to say-
being difficult.
Yeah, and I'm this is just my like what I've heard from it or whatever. Like you said, it started with the boat. They didn't want to move the boat. And that was basically the whole situation. But I think like once the confrontation began, I think in part at least it turned racial. I think I mean,
Fine, but now you're dealing with where is it?
yeah. I understand what you're
So
saying,
no,
and,
no.
and
By
I
by
agree.
where is it? By where is it? It could be somebody. Look, I think a lot of things, like for example, uh, within there's no way to say this and make it sound okay, but within communities, for
Yeah,
example, if somebody who's gay calls the other guy, oh, you faggot or you queen, that's one thing. But if you do it, it's a okay. There's
I
certain
don't think
things
they
that
even say it within that community because I've said fag hag and people are like, no, we don't say that anymore. You can say fruit fly.
exactly.
So I don't, I mean, I get what you're, but no.
Exactly. So what I'm trying to say is that's just how they talk down there. And is it
Exactly.
racial?
yeah.
Absolutely. But
It's
is it
like
because
I
of
said,
hate?
it's a
That I don't
different
know.
part
They
of the
Is
city.
it
shouldn't, it's
entitlement? Is it
2023. I don't think you
entitlement?
can
Is
talk
it
like that.
entitled?
It's
Oh,
not
come
New
on,
York.
Kathryn.
It's
It's
not New York.
2023. Are you kidding me?
I
What's
don't think
that
people
got
should
to
talk
do
like
with
that.
2023? Let me tell you something about 2023. I grew up during the civil rights movements in the 60s. And what I have seen since then tells me that we did better in the 1960s than we're doing today in 2023.
Well, that's a sad truth.
And that is a sad truth.
And I don't know that that's actually true, but there is some sad truth. I mean, I think there was a period of time in between then and now where people could think, oh, maybe they've cut the racist thing from
Yeah, well,
from the world.
that's maybe. Well, that's a wash, clearly.
But I think we just didn't see. I think we just didn't know. I think it's been going on, and we were told that it was over, and then it wasn't.
I don't
I just
understand.
think it
I
could
don't
be
know. I don't
worse.
know what you're saying. All I know is in 2008, this country elected a black man for president over a woman.
Right. And then that
Okay. So
enraged
just so
the
we're
crazy
clear, and
people.
what that did was bring out whatever you had going on, and it brought it to the surface to a level that is so difficult to comprehend for many people. I am one of them that cannot comprehend it. But
Yeah,
it's there.
I saw like
But it's
posters
there.
in Florida that were like, what is going on? And that's when it was like,
Exactly.
oh, okay.
Exactly. When the things that you heard being said after Obama was elected and while he was there, it's like you cannot be speaking about anyone in that position this way, regardless. And what came out, come on, that was just unbelievable. And now look what's going on. Now being a neo-Nazi is not a bad thing because they're good people on all sides.
No, they're patriots. They're called patriots, and the former
Yeah.
pres
Just
problem.
just stop.
Those Patriots were there. They just got stronger
Right.
and bigger.
They got a voice
They need
because
to
of it.
crawl back
Right.
into the walls and shut
Well,
up.
that's not going to happen.
Cat,
Clearly, that's
but
not happening.
you go to
About
different parts of this
4:51.
country, and it lives a different way than you do in New York City.
Exactly. Exactly. So again, I go back to it in Alabama or Mississippi, wherever the hell they're doing this, whatever they're doing. Yeah,
Right.
don't go for the hate crime if you want the conviction.
Well,
And let's
if
move
you
on.
can go for both, I would say go for both. Now it's time for uplifting animal news. All right, who's got some stories? I have only sad stories. Oh, I've got one that's not so bad. A frog was found in someone's like lettuce.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, I don't have more. Some monkeys were smuggled, but I think they've now found sanctuary, so I'm happy for them. And there was a walrus that needed cuddles, and sadly, that walrus passed away.
Oh, also, the birth of twin red pandas at a zoo called Whipsnade Zoo offers double hope for the species, whose existence is under threat.
Did you say a
Yeah.
red panda? A red panda?
Yeah, twin red pandas.
Is red
At what
pandas?
zoo?
What? Yes,
At what
twin
zoo?
red pandas. Whipsnade.
I didn't know there were red pandas.
What country
Yeah,
is
they're
it?
super cute.
It's
They're small.
it's in the United Kingdom.
Okay.
They look like
Okay.
they almost look like a raccoon with a white face, and they're small. It doesn't look like
Okay.
a Chinese
Okay.
panda.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Yeah, they
yeah.
basically Does anybody have the ability to screen share a red panda? Never mind.
I can do it.
Okay, cool. Yeah, no, they are. Whoa. Bull, I can see my room. Bull, lower,
A little
lower.
bit
You're
lower.
showing us words.
A little bit lower.
Keep going.
You
Keep
going?
go-
There
Yeah,
you go.
there it is.
Oh wow, it's red.
That looks like it does kind of look like a raccoon in a way, with the
Yeah.
stripes on its face.
If it was a wuzzle, it would be like a red raccoon bear because it's got like a little burr, like a little or a Pomeranian. It would be like a Pomeranian
I didn't know
panda.
It
well,
looks.
would be
It really
Mr.
looks like a red raccoon.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's
Mr.
a
Cute the
raccoon.
panda.
It's not like a Chinese panda, but yeah.
It would
Go
be
on, Matt.
Okay, it's
We
native. Look,
interrupted
it's
your whole thing.
native to the eastern Himalayas and southwestern China. And
Yeah, I
these were
needed to make
found
sure
in-
they had.
And these were found in England, obviously, and the UK. Look at that.
Yeah, it
Okay.
says the red pandas, which are native to the Himalayas and Western China, have been declining in
Wow.
numbers due to illegal trading, habitat loss, a decline in their main food source of
Oh.
bamboo, poaching, and deforestation.
So that's why they found it.
I knew that they were
Okay.
native to China. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Well, whatever. So I'm guessing somebody took one to the UK or two, and they mated.
Sometimes
Wait, they
whatever.
weren't in
zoos
a controlled situation?
share
I thought they were in a zoo.
Yeah,
zoos
they are.
share each other, share animals to
That's it.
reproduce them and
Yeah, like they
regrow the.
bring them to different zoos and yeah.
Oh,
But they
okay.
eat
Any more?
bamboo. That's
Right.
bamboo like the regular pandas.
Um, This is totally unrelated to like actual animals, but
I'm so excited to hear where this is going.
okay, so
Get the popcorn.
just a
Yeah.
few year a few weeks ago I think it was, scientists doing some type of research on rocks accidentally discovered several actually new species of microscopic organisms that lived like billions of years ago that they have no idea what they are. Like they're totally new.
That's actually kind of awesome.
Totally
Yeah.
unrelated. Totally unrelated.
Yeah, it is
I mean,
right.
it's organisms.
It's unrelated, but I thought it was kind of cool.
It's
Yeah.
animal related. It's uplifting. I think it fits.
Lives that lives.
We
Yeah.
we totally stepped on Matt's
Yeah,
commentary. So
No.
back
No,
to
that,
what you were doing.
yeah. No, there's just good news that 2 red pandas were born because that red pandas are endangered.
And they're really cute.
So precious.
Yep.
Speaking of
Oh,
super cute. Go on.
Also, an escaped border terrier named Lucky made an epic 100-mile journey across Switzerland.
wow.
Her owners had left her in kennels in the region of Bern, but the 14-year-old dog broke out. The following morning, she turned up in Geneva, which is 100 miles away. The police found her, and the police were able to reunite the dog with its owners.
His dog just so happened to be named Lucky.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Fortunato.
That's precious. What kind of pup?
Border collie.
Border
Okay.
terrier.
Beautiful. Speaking of pups, let's talk about all of ours. I don't know what's going on. It's supposed to be here. I don't know if it's here. I have no idea. The whole machine might be exploded. Tattletales. You either saw it or you didn't. If anybody's got their pets to talk about, I could tell you that I just saw a snake out this window earlier today. That was crazy.
And she got a picture of it. A video.
Yeah. I was on the phone with Bull. We were supposed to do a sound test, and I was like, I gotta go, get up, get off the phone, because I can't do video
Mhm.
while I'm on the phone. And I got video. There's a nest that I noticed last time, and I was so intrigued by this nest, but nothing. My grandmother says that it's been there for years and there's nothing growing in it, but the snake was in the nest looking for stuff. I'm like, I gotta go, and then I only got it going away real fast, and it might be a racer, a black racer, or something like that.
Yeah, black racer.
Or a big
And
black garter snake because they got big ones down here.
yeah, like big fat garter snakes. And then last night or the night before, I saw a blind snake, which is just it looks like a big worm, but it's like a little snake, tiniest little blind snake. And I shoot it out of the bathroom yesterday. So that was my snake adventures in Florida. And
How do you know it's
I've had
blind?
I looked it up.
because we looked it up.
Oh.
And it's called a
It's
blind snake.
They're they're from Florida. They hang out around water, damp areas, and that was exactly the same picture she'll show you later. Blind snake. They're really
Yeah.
weird.
And you could tell it either doesn't have eyes or it's got like these little nothings for eyes. And I don't know if that's why it's called a blind snake. But yeah, that was kind of intriguing. Right now, there's some sort of black thing flying outside, which is amazing. And did you guys know, and I don't know if this is true, but it's what I've observed, know that lizards have like their thing, their spot, like their territory. Like I've got Taily on the back, and he's named Taily because he's got this tail thing. And he's always like on this back window panel, and I always go and check him out. And I'm like, okay, Taylor Tailson, like whatever. And then there's another one that like always hangs out over there that also has a smaller tail. I don't know why these back guys have these tail situations. And then there's like Greenie, who always lives over here with the little babies with redhead. Like they all have their spots. And there's like this lazy one that like always just chills under a pot, and then another one that likes to peek, just likes to peek at you in the
So
pool.
many cool lizards there.
It's 110 degrees. They're boiling.
Yeah.
I think they like it.
They're used to it, but it's really hot.
But it is cool that they're all in their spot. Like I can go knowing that I'm looking for Taily to the back window, and I know that I can go looking for Red over there by the side window, and I know I can look for the babies by the side, and I know that I can
It's
look
hot.
for the green guy, Greenie. I also call it Gringo because it's green and it goes, and also that's funny to me. It's a green animal, and it's like always chilling by the pots with the babies, but it kind of does its own thing. And then there's like the pregnant one, then another pregnant one. It's very exciting. I'm very excited, and I love lazy.
Some photographs of them copulating also.
Yes, I got to see a lizard dick. So what
As
you don't
the
know is that
lizards turn.
they also do glory hole stuff. Like one will be on one side of the screen, and the other will be on the other, and they'll be like trying to do lizard
I
sex.
could have gone a lifetime without ever knowing that.
Now you said that last time when I told you they eat their own skin.
She's
So-
talking to me on
You
the
made
phone,
me
and she
look at
goes, "Oh
that.
my God, I gotta get up. They're fucking lizard sex." She goes, "Lizard sex."
Welcome to the Kathryn Dunn show where we discuss lizard porn.
Yeah, and I did look because I'm like I want to understand what they're doing, and I looked way too close, and I found out exactly how they do it, and now I know which one the boy is. I now know which one's the boy.
Sure.
The dominant one, as usual.
Anyway,
Usually
so
colorful.
that's been my tattletales. What have you guys been up to? Oh, and there's tadpoles in the puddle at the end of my grandmother's driveway.
But not really.
Yeah, there were tadpoles, and then it dried up, and then I tried putting water there to get them back, and then it rained last night, and I don't see them, but I'm going to keep going to make sure that I see them. And this time I am going to collect them because I looked it up. You're not supposed to collect them legally, but if they're going to
What do you
die
think?
anyway,
If you do that, what do you think the guy across the street is going to think about you now?
he
Collecting
probably thinks
drainage water out of its driveway.
I'm so curious what the people across the street, because like basically I keep going out in basically a nightgown that's ripped on the side, so you could see me pretty much naked, and I'm like pretty nude, not wearing anything, and I'm like really looking at a puddle. And last night I looked at it with a flashlight while cars were like driving by. I can't imagine what the neighbors are thinking of, like what's going on there, like what is she looking for? Why is she always looking at the puddle?
Why does she keep looking at that puddle day in, day night?
I've asked the same question every day.
The
I can
guy,
get
the
you
guy
Mo.
across the street is going, "What are those three women doing over there?"
Oh, no. Just her.
Oh yeah.
Just her.
All right. How about you guys? How are your animals?
They're
I
good.
haven't seen mine in a
Yeah.
couple of weeks.
Mine
Yeah.
are hiding somewhere because they don't like the sound of thunder
Yeah.
and rain.
Yeah, mine are going to be 20 years old while I'm away.
Happy
Oh.
birthday. That's
Carrot is
sad.
fine.
I mean, it's not sad. Just the fact that 20 years.
20
It's
years.
a long time.
That
Hey,
is
hey,
long.
Lucy. Have you ever watched the TV show Friends with your cats in the room? And have
All
your
the time.
cats ever like been like, hey, that's us, but in human form?
No, but yeah. Yes and no.
Okay. So does Chandler point at Chandler and does like
No.
Phoebe point at Phoebe?
Nope.
Could I be any more Chandler?
Yeah,
Could I
the
be
answer is
any more
no.
Ross?
No. But I will tell you that Joey will go for the pizza all the time. It is funny.
This
It's
isn't-
actually really funny
Wow.
how they are the
Pizza?
personality of the characters. Yep.
This is now
Joey
Ask Mom if
special.
anybody has
2
questions for my
pizzas.
mom.
2 pizzas. Joey special.
Yeah.
Yep. So anyway, yeah, 20 years old.
Whew.
They're good boys. I hope they're there
Lucy-
when I get home.
Will you be having a birthday party for them?
If I get, I'm just hoping they're going to be home when I get there.
Again, this is Ask Mom if anybody has any questions for my mom. Now is the time to ask them.
Will they be there for you?
They're always there, but I don't know. They're 20 years old. I have no idea, and I left. They were frail, and there's a heat wave going on.
Did anyone tell you there'd be days like this?
Did no one tell you? Did anyone
Life
tell
was
you
gonna
life
be
was
this
gonna
way.
be this way? Your Johnson Junker broke. Your love life's DOA. It's like always like in second year.
Are you aware and do you care?
Your week,
Uh,
or even your year.
Yeah, so don't know. Let me stick this back in my ear.
And that was Ask Mom. And now
Yes.
it's time for
Ooh, that reminds me.
And the word to get started is chandelier.
Reminds me of that Sia song.
That
The
reminds
one
me
that I
of
wanna-
the first.
Go ahead.
That reminds me of the first time I ever heard it. I was with somebody and we were 100% certain that it was Rihanna. And we were like, why is Rihanna just counting? Like, is she just like, I'm so fabulous, I could count and you'll still buy my music? Like, is she not trying anymore?
Chandelier? What have I missed?
Chandelier reminds me of dining rooms.
Thank you. Chandelier reminds me I got to hang mine.
That reminds me of that song by who sings Diamonds? Rihanna, right? No.
Yes, it's true. Oh, you got me. Yes, it's true. Rihanna.
Yeah.
And she did not sing Chandelier. Sia sang Chandelier. And I think it
Oh,
came out in
Sia.
like 2016,
Yeah.
15,
15.
14.
15.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. All I know is the video. There was a music video. It was Shia LaBeouf. I think it's how you say his last name. LaBeouf.
That
Oh,
is
the booth.
Elastic Heart.
Oh, okay, sorry, but
Yes.
yeah, you're
And
right. You're right. You're right.
Maddie Ziegler. It's just Maddie Ziegler in the Chandelier video, and then Maddie Ziegler in the same crazy outfit.
Okay, because I
Uh,
know. Yeah. Oh, sorry. I was just gonna say I know that she used her for a couple of her different videos, so I guess I got confused. But yeah.
Yeah. I think the last thing that I know of them doing together was that movie that nobody liked or was offended by. Do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
They did a movie together. I can't remember what it was called. I want to say it was called like Shout or something. I don't know
you
what it's
mean,
called.
Sia and Shia LaBeouf.
No, it was Sia, Maddie, and like Kate Hudson or something.
Yeah, didn't she direct it or something like that?
something. I don't remember exactly, but I know that it was about somebody on the spectrum, and
Okay.
people were offended that it was like a poor interpretation or like an inaccurate representation or something offensive. I don't remember the details. I just know that they did something together and that it didn't go well, and that it was supposed to be a movie, and I haven't seen it, so I don't know.
You know, speaking
Everything's offensive now.
speaking of that, well, not being on the spectrum, but disabilities in general. Um, that's one reason why I want to be. That's one reason why I decided I wanted to be an actor, because I want more people to. I want more. I want there to be genuine representation in movies and cinema, TV, all that. Like if it's the character is disabled, I want them to be really disabled, not just an able-bodied person playing a disabled person.
But that's, the argument with that one is that's why it's called acting.
Yeah, I understand. I mean, I get what you're saying with that, but like say so for example, if someone has to be like say if there's a character that's in a wheelchair played by an able-bodied person, the difference would be, well, why can't it be an actual person that's it's really in a wheelchair,
Because I think the point is that they want it, but you see, you're being very specific with that, and you can't just be that specific with that. That's why it's called acting.
But,
Well, yeah.
So
but
does that
that
mean
being
only?
said,
Does that mean only a gay person will play a gay person? Only a straight person will play a straight person? You can't do that. It's called
no,
acting. Only okay.
but
If you don't have cancer, you can't play a cancer victim. I mean,
no,
really?
we saw a movie that was a deaf. What was the movie that they were deaf?
Coda.
Yeah, Coda.
Coda.
They were deaf. They were really deaf,
Yes, and
and
that's
that was a
fine.
great movie. Great movie.
And that's great, and that's fine. I'm not that.
They're
That's all
rare,
It was
fine.
though. They're rare.
beautiful.
Exactly. What I know.
Okay.
So hold
Yeah.
on, Lucy. By your argument, then, if you say that, so how would you feel about a American person doing voiceover for a character that was Greek and they did it with a heavy Greek accent and
Excuse me. Meryl Streep has picked up every accent in the world, and she's done every part beautifully. She's called an actress. It's an act. I get it.
No, but I'm not. I'm not saying. I said specifically a voice actor, like a person who does animation or cartoons.
I don't see any problem with it.
Okay.
It doesn't have to be a Greek doing it. It has to be somebody who's I don't know.
So
I-
when
When Whoopi Goldberg, for example, when she was, I don't know what role she was up for, and she says, I didn't play the role as a black person or whatever. I read the part, and I played it in my body. So there's something to be said for both sides. I don't think it's that black and white when it comes to that. For example, when you had in Forrest Gump, you have Gary Sinise playing somebody who starts out able-bodied, and then
That
he
makes
ends
sense
up.
for that reason.
because
Only for that
that's the
reason.
progression.
Okay, so does that mean that Forrest Gump should have been played by somebody who wasn't Tom Hanks and who had Down
Yes.
syndrome or who was Spectrum?
He didn't have.
100% yes.
I think so.
As
And
much
how
as
would he?
positive as Tom Hanks was in that role, I still believe that it should have been somebody on the spectrum.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Anthony Hopkins happens to be on the spectrum. Not that he should have been Forrest Gump,
But if you would have, if that movie did have someone that was on the spectrum and is not as popular as Tom Hanks, do you think a
wouldn't
lot of
sell.
people it wouldn't? Yeah, it wouldn't sell, right? That's
I
the
think
thing.
I think today it might. I think back then, I don't know, because everything was different back then.
Yeah, but look at Coda. It wasn't really a blockbuster.
No.
But people really respected
But
it.
they did, but it
Yes.
wasn't a blockbuster.
They won awards for their acting.
They did.
Kat, but it wasn't
They
a
won more than for their
blockbuster.
acting. Didn't it also win the award? Didn't it win the Academy Award?
I don't think so. Did it?
They won a lot, but I'm not really sure of that. But
I don't remember
it's
that.
still,
I know
it's
he
not
won.
like
I know he won for sure. I'm looking up now.
it's
I know
it's
he
not
won
the
for
Tom
sure.
Cruise and it's not the Tom Hanks and it's not the, or you know what I'm saying, the
Mhm.
the
The
The,
big
uh,
the big name stars.
yeah.
The big Toms.
Yeah.
Big time.
And
Yeah.
that's the deal. That's why those people, you can't just put someone in there that's,
No.
disabled. I don't know what you word use
Just differently
correctly.
able. I think it's differently abled or something, but I
Enabled.
don't. I already forgot.
Yes, Academy Award for Best Picture.
Oh, really? Okay, good.
Yes.
Okay, best picture. Okay.
They
Well,
won.
there is no higher award.
They won.
Yes.
Okay, good.
Academy. I thought so. They're not nominations. Just a minute. Awards. Academy Award for Best Picture.
So they got their foot in the door. So that just
Yes.
leaves it open for more movies to happen like that.
Absolutely.
I think people want to see it now. I think people want to see real, like more realistic.
Realistic. There you go. That's the word. Right.
I don't believe it
Maybe.
for a minute.
But still, the people want to see the Tom Hanks, the
That's
Meryl
it.
Streeps.
That's what I was going to say. There was a period of time, maybe like 2015, I started hearing that, and I don't know that this is when it happened. It's just when I started hearing that, like, the idea of the movie star is over. They're not doing like, there used to be a thing where it's like, okay, let's put this person in our movie because it's he or she is a box
Right.
office draw. I
Right.
don't think we have that anymore, and I don't think
Okay,
people
hold on a
want
second.
that.
Hold on a
There's a
second.
very few
Well,
amount of
Steven
people.
Spielberg did West Side Story, and he kept everyone Latina, and whatever. Okay,
Yeah.
he did that. But then they were upset because the girl who played it was Latina, but she wasn't from Puerto Rico. The
Rita,
other one,
was it Rita?
no, not the one that played
Oh,
Rita
Are
you're
you
talking
talking
Moreno.
about
about the
the
new
one
one.
who won?
The
Yeah.
one, no. The one that played Maria. She wasn't from Puerto Rico. She was from someplace else, but she was Latina. But so it's like, how realistic do you want to get? There is a lot. I don't know. I just think there's a line that has to be,
Did you
to
guys
a certain point, and it is called acting.
Yeah.
So going back to Are You Aware or Do You Care? Again, do you guys know that there's a writer on the cast for In the Heights that you have to be of Latin descent if you want to be to audition?
I thought we're supposed to ask you that question.
I was asking us. I was not aware. That is interesting.
Yeah,
That
I
was
was
part
never
of the
really-
part of the audition requirements that Lynn put in for people who want to do the show on the like if you want to do the show, everybody in the cast has to be of Latin descent at least.
Okay, I'm good with that. I'm okay with that. That's not what I just think that I don't think it has to be 100% either or.
Right. That brings the authenticity to the movie, but you
Right.
still have to have.
But it's called acting, for God's sakes.
Right.
What's authentic? It's fiction.
So are you okay with the Breakfast at Tiffany's thing from 1956 when Mickey Rourke played Mr. Yamaguchi?
Someone had to
What?
ask.
What's that?
Do you know when Mickey Rourke played? Do you know Breakfast at Tiffany's, right?
I know Breakfast at Tiffany's.
Do you remember Mickey Rourke's character in it?
No.
No, and he sucks as an actor. Sorry.
Breakfast at Tiffany's with excuse me. Breakfast at Tiffany's
With Audrey Hepburn,
with
yeah.
Audrey Hepburn.
Yeah.
He played a caricature of a person of Asian descent.
He played
Mickey
Mr.
Rourke.
Mickey
He has
Rourke.
to be what? 10 at the time?
No, he was
No,
an
he
adult.
was in his 30s.
What?
Okay, well, how do you feel about Mickey Rourke playing a person of Asian descent? How do you feel about Shirley MacLaine playing a person of Asian descent? Instead of just finding a Chinese, Japanese, like
I'm sorry,
any actor
Mickey
of
Rooney.
Asian.
Wrong Mickey. Mickey Rooney.
Ah, there it is.
Thank you.
Rooney. Yeah, Rooney.
There it
I'm like-
is.
I'm like,
Sorry.
what are you talking about, Mickey Rourke?
I'm picturing the right guy as I'm saying the wrong name.
Right. Mickey Rooney played Mr. Yamaguchi in Breakfast at Tiffany's.
Okay.
And the way that he played the character, it wasn't not only that he played the character brilliantly,
He did it, yeah.
he did it in a very particular way that was, let's call it, ethnically inclined.
Okay, maybe they shouldn't have called him Mr. Yamaguchi.
Well, that was what the character was written as.
So that's the part where Whoopi Goldberg says you play the characters who you are, so you don't do it that way.
Well, in the world of
Because I'm with her.
acting,
I'm with her.
if we're just acting and we're all actors, if your counterpoint that every character actor should be able to be any gender or race, or my
Well, I'm not quite
counterpoint
saying that. I'm not quite saying that.
okay.
What I'm saying is they're acting. So I don't know how authentic everything has to be. Like, do I believe that a Mr. Yamaguchi should at least be of Asian, looking Asian? Yes.
Oh, but they made
Do
him
I
look
think?
Asian. They made him look Asian. There's
Well, I don't know. How about when Eddie Murphy did all those characters in
In everything
Coming
he's
to
ever done.
America?
But you're thinking of, yeah.
Yes, when he did Coming to America, and he played the Jewish guy, and he played the white guy, and he played the this guy, and he played the that guy. You know, I mean, he's playing caricatures.
right,
It's a
but
It was caricatures. It was caricatures. He was in the barbershop. He played every freaking character in that barbershop that Arsenio
Well,
didn't play.
oh,
the exception-
actually, no, he does not play the Jewish guy in the barbershop.
Yes, he did.
well, I think there was
No,
with the
yes, he
exception of
did.
one
He
person.
played the Jewish guy. Eddie Murphy played the Jewish guy in the thing. Google it.
I think with the exception of one person, he did play every character in the.
What is this,
What Arsenio Hall didn't play, he played every other character.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, because I think
There was
Arsenio
those
Hall
two that played every character in the barbershop. Every one of them.
And,
Caricatures.
and before we move on, I do want to point out that Eric is making a balloon animal for us to guess by the end of the episode what this balloon animal is. I didn't know he was going to do it, but now I'm glad to see that he is. So I will let everybody know that you can guess what Eric is making.
Oh wow, you're right.
And I'm a beginner too, so you know.
I'm gonna place a preliminary guess, and I'm gonna say
You know what? What was that?
Moving
I
on.
don't know.
I'm gonna
Moving
put a
on.
preliminary guess and say a jackal.
Jack.
Well, we'll find out later. But right now,
What now?
where we bring you a completely random and anonymous couple's gripes, and we have you settle it. Of course, nobody knows who we're talking about. This is completely anonymous, completely random, and there are no right or wrongs, but whose side are you on? And today we have, from the mailroom, a question from Nick Stevens.
All right, so an anonymous couple sent me the following question: guy and girl loved it, really like each other, or so girl claims, and then every time that at the last minute, guy they'll make a date, and then at the last minute, girl will cancel a date or ask to be postponed or for whatever reason.
What?
Yeah.
Does she have social anxiety or depression that she's dealing with?
It does not say in the information that I've been provided.
Is
Okay.
is she a superhero?
You know, that idea has come to mind, yes.
Do you know how long these two people have known each other?
About 6 months.
2 months? Couple months?
About 6 months.
And do you know how many times the guy has attempted to set up a date and she has retracted?
Like,
Bounced.
Yeah.
Is there another person involved
Not that,
that the guy may or may not know of?
not in the information that has been provided to the person.
There you go. Because then you're going to hear something you don't want to hear.
Does the guy
Well,
have BO?
I'm not sure on that the guy.
So wait, Eric was asking how many times it happened, right?
Yeah.
So, to my knowledge, from what I've heard about the story, the person has had to get surgery, and the guy totally understood that while she was in recovery, he was not going to be. They were going to be able to spend time together, but they were talking all the time. They were texting each other and playing like Words with Friends and Scrabble and Trivia Online and stuff.
Yeah.
But then every time, and the girl is a teacher, as far as I can gather. And now the school year started. The guy believes that it's going to be a lot more difficult because the school year has started, and the guy was supposed to go out with her for coffee tonight after the Kathryn Dunn show, and she texted him as we were getting ready to start.
Wow. So when this guy must have just like wrote you just right before the show started, then, huh?
Does the girl have BO?
Yeah.
I'm gonna, you know what?
Has the
I
girl
am not gonna-
recently been in a relationship that she's just been out of?
As far as the guy knows, no.
Oh man.
Okay.
Does she have a does she have history of being in not good relationships with other guys? Like something that something that might make her hesitant to want to spend time
Is she
with
gay?
this new or that.
No. And, I'm the guy is not sure.
Okay.
Does
Did you ever see
does the
Sex
guy?
in the City?
Oh,
Yeah, the guy likes it a lot.
Okay. No, you ever see Sex in the City? Okay, remember that part or the thing that came out of it? He's just not that into you.
Well, yeah,
Kathryn,
Yeah.
what are you
What are you
doing?
doing?
I think that might be a thing. However, the girl did call the guy or texted the guy and said, "Hey, we can't get together tonight, but how does your Wednesday look?"
Okay, so wait till Wednesday.
yeah.
Yeah.
Is the guy 100% sure that she isn't in a relationship?
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering.
Yeah, the
Or
guy
gay.
is like 97.2% sure she's not in a
That's a
relationship.
very specific number.
And
Because it's not 100%.
Also, does the guy know a friend of the woman who he can find out her situation from?
Unfortunately, the guy met her on a dating website.
Oh, you should have
Does the
started with
woman
that.
know about this show?
No.
You should have
does not
started with
know.
that.
First of
The
all.
woman does not know
Does-
about this show.
Okay.
Okay, you should have started with Nick on
So
that website.
this woman does not know that you're sharing her and this other guy's
It's anonymous.
relationship.
Anonymous
Yeah.
couple.
Anonymous. This is
Eric.
mail sent in.
No,
We read the
that's what I'm
mail.
saying. It's anonymous. So I'm asking, like, does this woman know that you are discussing
No.
the issues?
Okay, the other thing is, are you sure it's a woman?
Yes, I'm sure she's a woman.
Okay, because you have physically seen the person.
Have you spoken? Sorry,
We've gone out.
has the guy
This
spoken?
guy
to
has
you?
gone out with this woman several times.
Oh, okay.
Have they kissed?
No.
Have they spoken on the phone?
6 months? No kiss?
She was 3
Something's
months.
going on. Something's going on.
Have they spoken on the phone?
They've spoken on the phone.
Easy.
Something's going on.
Said
She's a
we.
superhero.
Possibly.
Something's going on.
No kiss.
When she said she had to
Red
have
flag.
surgery, was she out secretly doing superhero stuff?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say yes.
Okay.
Have you ever noticed a cape coming out from under her shirt?
Now we're off topic.
Does she carry a mask and not the kind for COVID, but vigilante style?
Indeed, yes. She
Way
does.
off the track
I'm
now.
gonna.
We're in the dirt.
No.
All right.
I was.
So it
I was
sounds like we figured this out. It sounds like this person is a superhero. They had a fake surgery to get their superhero stuff like bionic sized.
They're a
And
spy.
they're
I'm
out
gonna-
spying.
Okay.
I think that the guy should tell her that he's a superhero, and then everything would be fine.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm concerned about the kiss.
This is my
The kid.
I
opinion.
would wait till Wednesday.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm curious what happens Wednesday.
I think that possibly the girl could be interested. Yes, she could be interested in the guy, but I think that at the same time, she might be keeping her options open. She doesn't want to commit too quickly, so maybe she's hesitant.
3
it's
months is
probably-
not quick.
It's 6 months.
3 months.
6
3
months is not.
months.
3
Oh,
months
I
is
thought you
not quick.
said 6.
The
Well,
guy has-
Sorry.
Wait, 3 months. So Okay, so
I
that
went to the
that makes
hospital
sense.
for one of them.
I've been saying 6 months the whole time.
Yeah,
Lucy,
so
are
three
you okay?
Yeah, I am. It's the light behind me.
3
Sure
months.
she didn't fall again, hit her head?
Oh
Nope.
no.
Sorry, go ahead, Nick.
Something is
Well,
definitely not right.
let's see what happens. We'll keep this one open, and I'll probably get another letter on Wednesday, and I'll be able to share with you
Yeah.
next Saturday.
Keep the lines of communication open with this guy, and then let us know how it goes. And I mean,
Yeah, and also
after 3 months, then I think that it by the third month, by that time, the girl should have already decided whether or not she wants to kind of get a little closer to
Right, I got you.
I'd be kissing after 2 weeks.
So I mean,
A week.
I'm just saying.
2 minutes. Like, look at you shortening.
As soon as I jumped into the car with her, I'd be kissing her.
wow.
I mean, I don't know if
Grew up in the 70s. Don't ask me.
I got a
You guys-
story. I could tell you that story.
And
you
now
guys
we're
still
settled
together?
this. And I think we've settled it. I don't know. I think the settling is that we'll find out Wednesday what's going on, but something seems up. Something could be up.
Definitely seems
Yeah,
up.
we'll do it. We'll do
Yeah.
a special Kathryn Dunn episode on Wednesday.
There we go.
Yeah.
If everyone's available.
Special event. Special
And
event.
is there like a fishing thing going on here?
I don't
No,
think
I think, yeah.
Okay, you mean catfishing?
Well, yeah, but not quite
Um,
because there's been meetings
Oh.
involved. So that didn't happen, but something else that's not right.
Now, before we
Like-
move on, I have some very potentially devastating updated news. Now, there's a chance that my grandmother was wrong about the age of this nest because I just saw 2 beautiful birds come here looking very sad, looking at that nest.
birds have no emotion, therefore they cannot be sad.
They were sad, and I'll show you the pictures. The man
Birds
was
have-
like
I think birds have emotion.
distraught. Yeah, they do.
Birds
They
definitely have
absolutely do.
emotions.
And personalities.
Mm.
Just recognize it next time you consider eating one and don't eat it. No, they 100% looked sad. It was a husband and wife. They were both the red ones, cardinals.
Oh, the snake may have gotten him a little afternoon delight.
Did it look
That's what I'm saying. I
did it
think
look like that?
They
by
both
chance?
wouldn't have left the nest.
Did it
One
look
would
like
have
this
stayed.
by chance? Like a cardinal like that?
yes. Weird, but yes.
Yeah.
Isn't whoa, guys.
Like-
That blows my
Could it,
mind.
could it have been slightly angry?
Yeah, I would be.
No.
Are there
It's
pigs
a little-
involved?
Buddy, right here.
I'm definitely gonna check the nest now. I need to make sure. I don't know what I'm gonna check for, but I'm checking it after
Watch
this
out.
episode.
Well, watch out for
I
the
know.
snake.
I know,
thank you.
guys. Oh. All right, let's move on to this next segment.
On this day in history, nothing was solved.
With Matt Capazzi.
On this day in 1994, Woodstock 94 took place. It commemorated the 25th anniversary of the original Woodstock Festival of 1969. The event took place on Winston Farm, just west of Socrates, New York, about 100 miles north of New York City. Some of the artists that played at this festival include Joe Cocker, Blind Melon, Cypress Hill, Rollins Band, Melissa Etheridge, the Allman Brothers, Metallica, and Aerosmith. So everyone stopped what they were doing and went to Woodstock 94. Therefore, on this day in 1994, nothing was solved.
Why, thank you. Kurt Cobain was murdered. Speaking of unsolved things from 1994.
And also,
Every chance I get.
that Woodstock was like a disaster. Like,
A literal
That, mi-
shit
that,
fest.
that might have been 99.
Yeah.
Oh, was okay.
Yeah.
But there was the last one they had was
Yeah,
like
the one with the chili peppers and
yeah,
corn.
yeah. Okay, sorry, got the years wrong, but that that
Yeah.
it was like a literal like they didn't have enough water, like food.
That was the
Uh,
original.
Oh well,
But they were stronger then.
Nothing was nothing
and
was
they didn't have like
different
enough like portable restrooms, you know, like
Potty.
That was the first one.
then.
That was the
Same,
original one.
yeah.
same.
Which was the one with the mud that wasn't mud?
The
Both
original
of
one.
them.
That
Yeah,
was
Oh,
94.
that
original.
was
The
99.
Ford.
That was
In
94.
69
Oh,
is
94.
Ford.
Okay, yeah. Cause wait, did Bush play that one? Was it 94? Do you know?
Was
I
it
feel like they would.
Just watch the documentary, you guys.
So, Lucy, they had backed up porta potties or some sort of septic situation. So people were like in mud, having mud fights, playing with mud, rubbing mud on themselves, enjoying
It was
mud. It was not mud.
literal feces. Yeah.
It was both. It
Excrement.
was water because it rained on them there.
It was water
And then
because it rained on them, and they were all doing.
Yeah.
And they were all tripping.
And
The
it
shit
turned into
truck couldn't
mud,
get
but
to the place because the roads were blocked.
and
Exactly.
people didn't have the necessary
They had nothing.
facilities to go to
They
the
had Hells
bathroom.
Angels and security.
So they were just going to the bathroom wherever they wanted, more or less.
So it's basically Fry Fest or Fire Fest or whatever that place is.
Yes,
that
and it
thing was
left a
called.
really big mess
Oh,
on that farm.
yeah, the fire, whatever that
Oh,
too.
yeah, fire. But
Yeah.
it was a little bit. Fire was a little bit better than that.
No, not at all. There are
Fire
people
just
who
was a disappointment.
there are
Like,
people
nobody-
who live in upstate New York because they went to Woodstock and never left. Isn't that
Really?
beautiful? Yeah.
Wow.
I went to the 94 Woodstock. It was fun.
And
Oh,
he
is it
left.
I know. I'm so lame.
I think that would have been cool. I mean, I've never been to an outdoor festival. I've been to concerts, but like I've never been to like an outdoor festival like that. I think
It was crazy. I was at the time I was a huge Nine Inch Nails fan. So
Oh yeah,
their album,
I like them.
their
Yeah.
their album, The Downward Spiral,
Okay.
came out recently. So I was like, and then I don't like on the same it was just great. Just
Yeah.
it was insane. I mean it was just like people everywhere, but
Oh, yeah.
it was chaotic, but it was fun.
Yeah.
What's your favorite Nine Inch Nails song?
The Becoming.
Interesting. I like March of the Pigs.
I like Hurt.
Oh, I loved Hurt. And had like a whole
I love that.
and closer.
I love Johnny Cash's version of it too.
So, you know how? So here's the really cool story. Trent Reznor and Johnny Cash were buddies apparently, and when Trent Reznor heard Johnny Cash's version of "Hurt" at a concert, he signed over the rights to "Hurt" to Johnny Cash.
Although I heard that in the beginning he didn't like, he hated the version. Yeah, is what I heard. Like in the beginning when he first heard it.
Wow.
Yeah, like he didn't like it for some reason. I forget why, but yeah, like he heard it and he's like, he just destroyed my song. You know.
No. I think it wasn't that he destroyed it. What I heard was that he felt like he could never do it again because he could never do it like that or that meaningful. Because
okay.
when John, and I don't know if this is true, but when Johnny Cash heard it and he heard, I think it's about cutting or something.
Yeah,
and then Johnny
Cash.
Cash thought it was about like drugs or something. And
Yeah.
and then when he found out it was about cutting, he kind of like judged it a little, like, oh, that's what this
Like
is
he
about. Like
could-
I thought it was about some real shit. I don't know.
Well, yeah, like he heard the lyrics of it and he's like, I can't say some of this stuff because of the audience that I have, the fans that I have. So I think he either changed some of them maybe, or he left some out of his version, something like that.
Yeah.
But
I think he did edit it a little,
Yeah.
but that is so powerful. I
Oh, yeah.
loved Hurt until I heard him do it, and then now it's Johnny Cash's song. Just like that shirt is John Lennon's, even though it was the photographer's, the New York City. Like it's just something that happens where.
Yeah.
And I don't think that Joe Cocker was able to take like with a little help, but I think Joe Cocker very much is with a little help.
Yeah, I agree.
Associate.
Yeah.
I
As
think
Oh,
it's
much
still
as I believe that Beatles songs should never be covered, like that's the one exception to the rule.
yeah.
Oh, I did a little research on the Trent Reznor, Johnny Cash Hurt thing.
Okay.
And so Trent Reznor, he says he was friends with Rick Rubin for several years, and Rick Rubin called him to ask how he'd feel if Johnny Cash covered Hurt. And then Trent said he'd be very flattered, but was given no indication it would actually be recorded. 2 weeks went by, then he got a CD in the mail. He listened to it, and it was very strange. It was this other person inhabiting his most personal song. Trent said, "I knew where I was when I." Trent said, "I knew where I was when I wrote it. I know what I was thinking about. I know how I felt. Hearing it was like someone kissing your girlfriend. It felt invasive." It was the moving video, though, that made it all fall into place for Trent Reznor. It really, really made sense, and I thought, what a powerful piece of art. So it was the music
Yeah.
video that turned Trent Reznor around.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, I knew it was something to like. I mean, yeah, like I totally got the details wrong, but I knew it's something about the song that he didn't like it first, you know. But yeah,
Yeah.
but
Well, interesting. All right, Eric, what will make the world a better place?
world would be a better place if we could all just get along and agree on things and um
World
yeah,
peace.
just be better people.
Nice. And what did you make? Let's see
Oh
it. We'll
yeah.
guess.
Oh,
All
should
right,
we
you can guess what I made. Okay. It's a big
An
one.
octopus.
Ooh, I recognize it. I know it. I know it. It's a snake.
It's a chicken.
A
It's an
blind
octopus.
snake.
No, it has eyes. It's definitely it's a blue racer, just like the black racer, but it's a blue racer.
Any more guesses?
Kevin,
Snake.
Snake.
Worm.
Snake.
Okay, let me tell you.
Yeah.
You're all right. It's whatever you
Yay!
think. It's whatever you think it is.
And if you guys want to hire Eric for your parties, he could do balloon animals as incredible as that whatever he just made. It's whatever you want. That's the best thing ever, right? Like that could be a red
It's
panda.
whatever you think it is.
Yeah.
could be
Yeah.
a giant yellow chicken.
Yeah.
Exactly. You're spot on correct.
Maybe not that, but yeah.
No, it is. It's anything you want. This has
It's
been the
a-
Kathryn Dunn Show. Go on.
Yeah.
No, I was gonna say it looks exactly like a yellow chicken to me. Yeah.
Yeah. This has been the Kathryn Dunn Show. You've all been amazing. Nick, tell us again how we can help.
The GoFundMe, which I will put on the Kathryn Dunn Facebook page as soon as I get it on mine.
Perfection. Also, check out Matt C's podcast.
Hey, I have a podcast that you can't find, but I know how you can find it. All you have to do is go to Spotify, put Spotlight Genesis, and then you'll find Matt C's podcast. Shh, tell everyone.
Also, check out Alvea Sanctuary and give them all your love and attention.
Yeah, Alvea Sanctuary in Austin, Texas.
Yes. And as always, be sure to look up Woodstock Farm Animal Sanctuary and Farm Sanctuary and check them out because they've got some new goats and they need some help with that. And if you could, that'd be great. Also, check out Albie. He's such a good boy. They just recently posted about him. I'm glad to see he's still doing his thing. Love that boy. Love him. All right. If anybody's got any more plugs. Oh,
I do. Just one sec. We've had 2 likes and 4 viewers.
Hey,
wow.
Wow.
I don't understand it, but I love it. Obviously, it's the people who are writing to us with all the questions to have us
And
have
as-
2 likes.
And as I
guys.
just said it,
Woo!
we went down to 2 viewers.
You know what? It's a fickle business, guys. We'll never understand it. It's a fickle business. You've all been amazing. Thank you to all 4 of our viewers. Did you say 4?
4.
Yeah. All
Yeah,
4
it
of
was
our viewers
4.
and all 2 of our likes. I'm so curious to see if the other 2 people clicked unlike. Anyway, thank you. This has been the Kathryn Dunn Show. You've all been amazing. Bye.